Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Just sending you a nice warm embrace and taking a pause today to spend a few moments with you. And what I've noticed recently, actually, it's always present, and this last year it's been even more present, but the last few weeks it's been coming into, it's been affecting more of my clients, it's affected myself actually, and that is the body showing you a place where you're expanding, a place perhaps where you've been restricting yourself, the restriction and the expansion of energy, and you're going beyond a belief system, perhaps you're breaking through a belief system, and that area is the throat. So anywhere from about here up, including the jawline, the neck, the sore throat, that's just an indication that you are ready to now speak up for yourself differently, perhaps to speak more kindly, perhaps to speak without judgment, or perhaps to speak in a new way for yourself. Maybe you're speaking up for others. Whatever it is, it's about using your voice and using your voice to the best of your ability. And sometimes it's with kindness, but it also may be with some anger if you're not used to speaking up for yourself, if that's the only way you can be heard. It can be speaking up with hesitation. It can be, what else would it be? It can be, I'm just looking at it all. It's everything from allowing yourself to be heard. It's allowing yourself to perhaps take a pause before you speak. But it's also encouraging you to, what is it that you have been holding back from saying, from revealing about yourself? So pay attention to that if you have any restriction or anything going on within your throat or the jawline. For myself personally, last Sunday, about a week ago, I was in with the group and we were committing to ourselves what we would be doing new this year for ourselves. How would we be helping ourselves? And by that, how could we perhaps help others? And I decided, and I committed to myself that I would do a live YouTube video every Monday morning. Or I'm sorry, not every Monday morning, every morning. And for me, that was a bit of a stretch because I do YouTube videos all the time. I speak either in public or I do workshops and classes. As a kid, I like to do drama. So speaking publicly doesn't necessarily bother me, although it does cause some, a little bit of hesitancy. What will I have to say? What I have to say be of value? But I decided I would commit to this because this would help me expand myself and be fully in my own tube of light, to let me be fully embracing all of me and to not hold back in the best way that I could. So that was on Sunday. On Monday, I woke up, I can't remember, either bit my lip or I was starting to get a cold sore. And I did a video every morning, as I continue to do, and I will continue to do. By Wednesday, I woke up with a full-blown sore throat. And then it went into a little bit of a head cold. I'm fine, no big deal, but I thought, this is me expanding myself. This is where there was perhaps a weakness within my physical body, because the weakness in my body was not aligned with my soul's desire. So the ability not to speak or to not trust myself to speak, not to trust myself that my words would have value, that my words would be heard, that was where there's a disconnect, a little bit of out of line with my soul source, my soul plan, and what I'm actually doing. So I want you to just pay attention if that makes sense to you, and just see where maybe there's some discomfort in the body, and perhaps for you too, it is the throat. And it does go into the jawline, into the teeth, anywhere kind of here down, perhaps. And if you're feeling that, what you can do is just speak. Sometimes singing helps because that moves the vocal cords, opens up that chakra center, opens up the throat center. Also, just put your hands on here and just move that up with gold light, with love. Remind yourself that you're brave. Remind yourself that you're speaking for you, that you have the courage and the strength to speak perhaps in a different way. And you know yourself best. So give yourself a moment to see why you're not speaking up. Is it from safety? Is it from wanting to belong? Is it from not wanting to be ridiculed? Is it not faith in yourself that what you have to say is important? Is that you've tried before and you're not listened? Or that your needs aren't met? Or just take a pause and see why it's hard for you to speak up. And know that you can speak up and be heard without causing harm to yourself or anybody else. And again, like everything else we talk about, this may be a bit of a practice. So find that courage today. Find your words. And sometimes it's just like being a singer. You may need to practice scales. So you may just get some vocalizations out of your voice. La 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 la, ha 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 ha, whatever. It may sound silly. But recite a poem. If talking what you need to say is hard for you, write it down, but then say it out loud. Perhaps you say, I trust my voice. I have strength in my voice. My words have wisdom. I speak with kindness, clarity, and truth. I know what it is to speak clearly. I know what it is here. I know what it is to expand my voice. I understand what it is to experience a greater voice. And I trust myself to speak with love. I trust myself to speak with love. And use your voice today. Get in that practice. Let me know how that's going for you. Let me know what it is you want to say and you haven't been able to say in the past. And be brave, my friend, and be heard. Do this for you. I love you. I see you. I understand you. And it's Fun Day Monday, so do whatever it is that brings you joy and makes you happy. And perhaps that's singing, moving that voice. Until tomorrow, thank you, my friend.